It was nice to be back home, but I think more importantly, you saw a little confidence come back to this team. And no matter how well they'd been playing, when you lose a couple games, it kind of rocks your confidence a bit. To see the amount of people that scored in double digits tonight, I was very happy with, because that's who we are. Little everybody shooting the basketball, everybody stepping to the plate. I was happy for Clara. She had a tough start to this game. She made some corrections, and to get a double-double with points and assists, you don't see that very often with the assists. And so I was just very happy with her. And then, as I said, defensively, I think San Diego State creates issues for you. It's a tough matchup at times. They were switching everything, and we had to have the patience before we got the ball inside. And I thought one of the keys tonight was getting 50 points in the paint. You take a look at it, and they shoot 46% from the field. And we had to go over 50% to be able to get this victory. So very difficult game, hard-fought game, but I'm pleased with the way we responded.
You've coached an awful long time, a lot of games. Do you ever remember a team shooting 66% like that?
No, and you know, one of the things is we got the ball in close. And we ended up getting the basketball to a variety of players down on the block. And that just showed the patience that we had to know when we needed to be able to go to the block, when we had the mismatch, when we did not have it, and keep moving in the offense. And then we always shoot better at home. And you could just tell watching the players shoot the ball. I thought Marta Gomez got off to a good start for us. I thought Taylor Rusk made some big shots early in this basketball game that really helped us.
Liv mentioned that she felt that they didn't want to play defense for 30 seconds. Was that part of the plan to maybe be a little more patient on offense?
The whole year, our plan's been to be more patient on offense. We've talked a great deal about we're going to defend, and we're also going to run this offense until we get the best available shot. We're not just going to keep running up and down the floor. And I thought that helped us tonight. We slow the game down. We limit the amount of possessions in the basketball game. And I thought it was a very important aspect tonight of being able to have the patience to find who was open at the time, and the team delivered. And that's a big part of everything is, are you going to make shots? It's one thing to get the ball where you want it. The players still have to step up. I was happy to see Haley Legaki bounce back. And we made a couple adjustments with her shot. And so Haley, you could just see the weight lifted off her shoulders when she made her first shot.
Coach, talk about crashing the offensive boards. You guys seemed like you got a few big buckets there, just crashing the boards.
I thought one of the big plays towards the end was Natalie going to get an offensive rebound and kept the ball alive, and Marta came up with it and finished the basket. It's one of the things we always talk about, second opportunities. And you take a look at it, and tonight we had 15 points on second chance points. You win by 13. The offensive rebounds mattered.
Natalie talked about having it all depend on one person kind of on the road, and then when you guys come home, it's kind of spread out and even. Can you talk about maybe seeing that, what you saw on the road versus?
One of the things we always talk about, and that was right once again back in October, is that we have to do this as a collective group. It should never fall on one individual. When it does, that's way too much pressure to place on one person. And so when you look tonight, we have 5 players in double digits in scoring. That means everybody was stepping up. We have 22 assists. We're looking for one another. And when you do that, it alleviates a great deal of the pressure on any one person. We know that Liv has to play well each and every night out. We know Natalie has to play well. Bailey has to play well. Well, I can go right down the list. We need everyone as a group, and that's what you saw again tonight, and that's how we've been playing all year.
Coach Liv talked about the physicality. I feel like in the second half, a lot more chippiness, a lot more intensity, physical-wise, and she said that on the road it gets like that too. How can they use this? Say we dealt with the physicality at home, now we can do it on the road.
I think one of the things that happens is in conference play, everybody knows each other so well, and you're able to scout, you're able to prepare that way, and you played against some players for 2, 3, 4 years, and so you have an idea of what's going to happen. I thought we responded well to the aggressiveness. We talk about we have to be more aggressive. I thought we were aggressive tonight with the basketball on the floor, but when you do that, you have to make proper decisions. And I thought we made really good decisions, thus 22 turnovers. I thought Clara made some big shots going to the basket tonight. Her last one was huge, that it really stopped a run by San Diego State. And in fact, we had to zone the last 4 minutes because I knew we could not handle the basketball on the floor against them. It was just a difficult matchup.
Well, for anybody, you guys really do like playing at home. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, I agree. I think our fans bring a lot to our confidence, and we're comfortable shooting at home. It was pretty tough on the road, our shooting percentage, and so it was good to be back home in front of our fans.
There's comfortable, and then there's 66%. Did you guys know you shot 66% tonight?
From the field?
From the field.
I had no idea.
I guess, could you tell, though, that the offense was just really flowing?
Yeah, and I think one thing on the road, you kind of start to force things if they're not falling, and that's what we were doing when we were at UNLV and at Boise State. And tonight, there's plenty of times where it got down on the shot clock, and it's because we didn't have a good look. And so we just kept working, and then they don't want to play defense for 30 seconds, like who does? So we could get some good shots with like 5 seconds left on the shot clock, and so I think that was positive for us, that we were waiting it out, and then also crashing the boards. Haley had that sweet one, and then Bailey had a few, and so it's just good to be back home.
Mm-hmm. Clara, for you, it looked like you felt a lot more comfortable out there tonight. Is that
Yeah.
fair to say?
Yeah, I feel much more comfortable here at home. I think we had like difficult moments on our road, but now we are back, and that's the important thing.
I guess for you as a point guard, what's more impressive for you, or what's 10 points or the 10 assists tonight?
Yeah, no.
Double.
Well, I think it's just how the game went. The opportunities were there, and it's just taking that opportunities.
I guess, go ahead.
The Aztecs looked like a completely different team in the second half. What did you guys notice from them, other than you guys just making shots, but what did you notice from them that was different?
I would say, I don't know if they ever made an adjustment to our cuts. I think they get in trouble when they do switch onto our guards because their guards aren't used to posting up, and Liv and Haley are. So I just think they just didn't mix anything up for us in the second half, so we just kept going with what we were doing.
Also, in the second half, it seemed like it was becoming a lot more physical, a little more chippy. Is it good to have that physicality in the game?
Yeah. Oh my gosh, excuse me. I like being physical, and so I like it kind of when it gets like that. But you have to learn to keep it under control, especially with the Mountain West recently has been a little bit fighting and that kind of thing. But I think that you have to cope with it, and on the road, that's how it gets. It gets physical, and so we have to get used to that. And being at home and it being physical, that's fine with us because we can play through it. So.
Natalie, this was a team that beat you guys 3 times last year. How much was that on your guys' mind as the game started tonight?
Yeah, it was definitely on my mind. I remember every game playing them, especially the tournament game, when we really struggled against them. And I don't know if they came in comfortable against us or not, but I'm just really glad we got this win against them, and they're a good team.
Liv, you got undercut that one time. Did that feel weird? I mean, it look like what happened last year
Yeah,
a
it
little
was
bit?
pit.
Yeah, honestly, I felt myself up in the air, and I felt her come into me, and all I could think of was Jordan Kelly. I could just see it flash before my eyes, and so I just remember thinking, it doesn't matter if your head smacks the floor, just land on your belly. So that's what I did. But oh my gosh, that was probably one of the scarier moments, and I think one of us said, hey, you need to knock that off because we don't want that to happen again, especially because it happened to Jordan Kelly against them last year.
Right.
So.
Clara, as a point guard, how much fun is it when these guys are just making shot after shot after shot?
It's amazing because you know that whatever you're gonna pass the ball, they're gonna make it. So it cannot be better than that for a point guard.
What about the balance of this team? I mean, you guys are kind of, tonight you saw the offense flow, like the ball was moving around the horn pretty easy. How good is it to see that after coming off a couple rough losses on the road?
I think we're back to ourselves. We normally have like 7 to 8 players score like between 9 and 11 points or something, and so we have just contribution from everyone, and so we just got back to ourselves tonight on the road. We we're all depending on one person to do everything, and so we got contribution from everyone.